On 22nd June 1941, at dawn, the German Reich unleashed Operation Barbarossa, the largest invasion in human history. Over 3.8 million Axis soldiers, supported by nearly 3,800 tanks, 3,300 aircraft, and hundreds of thousands of vehicles and horses, stormed a 2,900-kilometer front from the Arctic to the Black Sea. Named after Red Beard, Holy Roman Emperor Frederick I, Hitler chose Barbarossa to evoke imperial conquest. To him, it symbolized the dawn of his 1,000-year Reich, a realm stretching into the vast Soviet wilderness, bringing Lebensraum for his Aryan vision, as outlined in Mein Kampf. Despite the 1939 Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, which stunned Europe with its Soviet-German alignment, Hitler always saw the USSR as the ultimate adversary. On 18th of December 1940, he issued Führer Directive 21, laying the groundwork for the invasion he believed essential to German destiny. Germany amassed 138 divisions, roughly 3.36 million men, along with 3,350 tanks, 4,400 AFVs, 3,900 aircraft, 7,000 artillery pieces, and 600,000 vehicles ready at the border. The Soviet defenses were formidable in numbers. 2.9 million soldiers, 11,000 tanks, and 7,100 aircraft facing them, but plagued by poor training, logistics, and leadership scarred by Stalin's purges. At 03:15 on June 22nd, massive aerial and artillery strikes kicked off Barbarossa. The Luftwaffe strafed Soviet airfields, destroying 1-800 aircraft on day one. German panzer armies carved deep into Soviet lines. Army Group North headed for Leningrad, center for Moscow, south for Ukraine. By late June, the Białystok-Minsk pocket saw 3 Soviet armies encircled, over 320,000 prisoners captured. In July, Kiev fell with over 1 million soldiers lost as German armored columns smashed eastward. Though Stalin hesitated, Soviet reorganization was swift. Factories were dismantled and moved east of the Urals, ensuring continued wartime production. Despite early chaos, the Red Army fed fresh reserves, ultimately raising 360 divisions by August, far more than German intelligence expected. Soviet resistance stiffened at Smolensk and along the approaches to Moscow. Deep winter, muddy seasons, and stretched supply lines began to halt the German advance. By December, German troops were ill-equipped for winter. The Red Army launched its counter-offensive just 20 miles from Moscow, and Axis forces were pushed into retreat. The first major setback for Hitler's Wehrmacht, Barbarossa's official objective, to the Arkhangelsk-Astrakhan AA line, had failed, costing Germany unprecedented casualties and momentum. Barbarossa unleashed catastrophic destruction. Military casualties exceeded 8 million, while total losses on the Eastern Front reached more than 26 million, including civilians affected by scorched earth tactics. Over 700 towns and 70,000 villages were razed, leaving nearly 25 million homeless. The siege of Leningrad alone claimed up to 1.5 million lives. Barbarossa shattered Germany's war machine. Hitler found himself caught in a brutal two-front war. The operation's failure marked a turning point. Soviet forces would eventually advance into Eastern Europe, contributing to a post-war divide. The wreckage of Barbarossa also sparked deep human suffering, including Soviet POW deaths, famine, mass deportations, and the Holocaust's escalation in the East. Hitler's dream of a swift conquest crumbled beneath reality of the Russian winter. Resilient resistance and staggering loss. Barbarossa did not just fail, it set in motion the downfall of Germany.